Rigbooks tutorial for beginners. Hello, hope you're doing good. I'm your host Jason. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to use Rigbooks, a tracking bookkeeping software designed for owners or operators of small trucking businesses. If you need an easy way to track income, expenses, mileage, and reports, this tutorial will make it super simple for you to get started. And by the end of this tutorial, you'll know how to set up your Rigbooks account and add loads and track income and also record expenses and manage fuel costs. To get started is actually completely free, as you can go onto rigbooks.com, enter your email address and tap on start your free trial. After you have done that, you'll be redirected to a page like this, and you can fill in your first and last name, create a password, and then you can enter your first truck information. Then you'll tap on start my 30-day free trial. Once you have done that, you're going to give it a few seconds and you're going to be redirected to your Rigbooks dashboard. Once on the dashboard, the first thing I want you to pay attention to is the left-hand menu option. Now, each of the options that you see a plus beside, you can freely use those options, but the options below it, for example, customers, vendors, and so on, you'll need to go onto the paid plan to access it. So to add different drivers, you'll select drivers, but you'll need to be on the paid plan to add the different drivers and to add customers and vendors and so on. But for now, there are a few things that I can quickly go over with you. For example, I'll be showing you how to add loads. So to do this, you'll go over to the left-hand menu option and select orders. After tapping on orders, from there you can tap on, if you don't need orders, you can tap on request access right there. Then you're going to tap on add order in the top right hand corner, and you can add in an order number. Then you can select the order status, whether it is entered, pending, or loading. I'm going to be selecting loading. Then you can select the frequency, whether it will be a recurring order. That means that it is something that will happen more than once. Let's say, for example, this customer will be ordering a load every week. You can select recurring, or if it is a one-time thing, you can leave it at one time. You can also add internal notes right there. Then you could select right where you see ordered by, and you can tap on add new customer, and you can fill in the customer information. Then you will tap on add customer. After you have added the customer, you can scroll down and you can choose bill to, and you can bill it to this customer that you have created, or you could add a new customer. Then you can scroll down and you could add in the different stops. So you can add pick up and you can add the drop off, and you can select the miles loaded right there. And you can scroll down, you can fill in the rate. So you can select right here, you can select loading. Then you could put in the reference number and you can put in the rate that you charge right here. So let's say, for example, you charge a rate per mile, per hour, per ton, whichever one of these options you can select it. Then you can put in the amount. So let's say, for example, just a rough estimate, I'll say $100. Then you can put in the miles. So let's say, for example, 2 mile. So you can see that would cost $200 since I'm charging $100 per mile. Then scrolling down, you can tap on add order. So that's how you'll be able to create an order, as you can see right there. So we have now created our first order. After you have created the order, you could dispatch this order by tapping on dispatch this order. And from there, you can scroll down and you can select the truck that you would like to use. And you can scroll down and you can select the driver that you would like to dispatch it to. So with this platform, you'll not only be able to create your orders when you receive them from customers, but you'll also be able to put in the amount of miles that you use. You'll be able to also create invoices and so on. But to get full access to all of these features, you'll need to go onto their paid plan. Some other stuff that you can use when it comes onto Rigbooks are, you can go over to the left-hand menu option and you could select revenue. By selecting revenue, from here you'll be able to keep track of the different amounts that you collect. So you could tap on add revenue in the top right hand corner. After you have tapped on add revenue, you can select the category. Then you could select the date. You could put in reference. and you can select whether it is paid or not. Then you can select the trip. So after you have created a trip, you can select the trip, you can select the truck, and then from there you could tap on add revenue. Another thing that you can also do, you can tap on fuel, and from here you can add fuel purchase. So we'll tap on add fuel purchase in the top right hand corner. Then you can scroll down, you can select the date that it was purchased. You can select the trip right there, and then you can select the truck. So I'll just add my truck right there. Then we'll scroll down and you can add the quantity that was purchased. So for example, you could add 1 gallon. Then you can add in the cost. And you can see right there, the odometer from last fuel, you can enter that right there. And you can enter the current odometer. After you have done that, you can scroll down. You could also attach the receipt. So for further reference, when it comes on to tax time or so on, you can quickly access all of your receipts from this section. Then you'll tap on add fuel purchase. So that's how you'll be able to create a fuel purchase. In the future, if you would like to view reports, you can tap on reports from the left hand menu option. And this is where you'll be able to view your profits and loss report, your expense report, your fuel mileage report, all of the different reports right here. And if you would like to create an invoice, you can select invoices from the left hand menu option. Then from there, once again, as I said earlier, to access majority of their features, you'll need to go onto their paid plan. If you were on their paid plan, you could tap right here and you'll be able to create an invoice. But that's basically it. This is just a quick walkthrough of Rigbooks, and I would definitely recommend it for anyone that is in the trucking business and want an all-in-one platform to keep track of all of their different trips and so on, and all of the different equipment. Another thing, if we were to go over to the left-hand menu option, from here you can see the trucks that you can add, trailers. You can do numerous other options once you're on their paid plan. And also, if we were to tap on IFTA, once you have tapped on IFTA, from here you'll be able to add a new IFTA entry by going over to the top right hand corner. You could tap right there and you can select the date, the jurisdiction, and also the trip, and you can select the truck right there. So that's how you'll be able to add an IFTA entry. And again, to create a trip, you can go over to the left hand menu option, tap on trips, then tap on add trip. From here, you could fill in the reference number, select the start date. So let's say, for example, the 5th, select the end date, then scroll down, select the truck. Then from there, you could select the trailer if that is the case, select the paid miles. Then from there, you can fill in the other information and you can add in the revenue and so on. Then you'll tap on add trip, and that's how you'll be able to add a trip.